Hello again, I am Bloody, and man, I'm getting more footage, I guess, because we're talking about video. Not that we talk about feet of film anymore, because it's all digital. That's where the term footage comes from, by the way. You guys know that? You kids out there? That's why we call it footage, because it used to be literally measurements of how much film we were using. 30 feet worth of film. That kind of stuff. You learned something today. Good for you. Hopefully you're about to learn something else. Yeah, I'm getting more mileage out of the WildHeartsS demo than I thought I would. I thought I was going to do two videos, one to examine the frame rate and one to do a quick comparison to the old console versions, and that was it. But then I wound up doing a comparison to the PC version as well, which was really interesting, caught a lot of people out. A lot of people thought the Switch 2 version was actually the PC maxed out version, and yeah, that was interesting. Go and take a look at the comments in that particular video. really tells you something about how people observe video games and what tastes mean versus technical issues and quality and stuff. And this is another one of those things, because on those videos, I had a bunch of comments complaining about how this game runs in handheld mode, because all of my capture obviously was in desktop mode, because, well, that's how you do direct capture, and frankly that's how I'm going to spend most of my time playing the game, and most games on the Switch 2, it's docked almost all of the time. But there are people out there with different habits than me who prefer handheld mode, and I had comments from those people saying, I was playing in handheld mode, and, quote, it's a mess in handheld mode though, feels very low FPS. Or, in handheld mode, the frame rate takes a dive, almost as if they didn't crop the resolution or run upscaling handheld. And a bunch of other comments like that. Some of them really quite aggressive and pissy, and some of them just sounded crazy, frankly, because you're looking at handheld mode right now. Does it seem like the frame rate has taken a dive to you? Does it seem choppy and stuttery and stammery and very low FPS, like some people were complaining about? Inconsistent FPS? Do you detect any massive inconsistencies and slumps in the FPS while you're looking at this footage? Because I don't, and I'm the one who recorded it. I'm the one who was playing. And I felt no dips or obvious dives in frame rate, and no inconsistencies, no stuttering, stammering, hitching, all these kinds of things that I had like a dozen different people complained about, that handheld was an absolute garbage fire, it was a mess, it was ruinous, it was unplayable, one person claimed. What are they talking about? Let's take a look at this from a different angle though. So, because of the nature of how we have to record handheld mode for this device, it means we can't use the clever tools that give us the fancy graphs and whatnot you usually see on, frame rate examinations of games and things like that. So I'm going to do it this way, which is the quickest and easiest and most direct way I can think of to show you exactly what is going on with the frame rate. So, what we're looking at here is my DaVinci Resolve project here, my video editor of choice, very, very powerful. These three files here are all three files I recorded from a 4K 60 FPS camera, full frame camera pointed just at the Switch 2 as I played the game. And if we go up here, doodly-doo project settings, you can see this project is a 60 FPS project. Yes, I know it says 59.94, but if you know anything about video, that's 60 FPS, mates. Would you like an explanation on why that is, or would you just like to talk about the game? I want to talk about the game. So, as you can see, we can just scrub through the gameplay I've recorded here, and yeah, let me. The easiest and quickest way I can show you what the frame rate is, without access to specialized tools or direct capture of handheld mode, is just to literally move through this one frame at a time, which I can do just by tapping on my arrow keys on my keyboard. So, one frame, one frame, one frame, one frame. Do you see how every single frame there is movement going on? If this was, say, a 40 FPS playback, we would get frame, double frame, double frame, that kind of thing. You would see the occasional frame doubled up if this was an inconsistent frame rate. Because again, we are recording at 60 FPS. So what you're actually looking at here, despite what all those comments said about how it's rough in handheld mode and the frame rate takes a dive, what are they talking? Oh, do we have a misframe there? Oh, no, there was a misframe. Look, we dropped one frame right there. There we go. 1, 2, right there. Just a little double frame there. Okay, so we're not quite perfect 60 FPS. Again, this is a quick and dirty test method to do this. It's not perfect. It's not ideal. but it certainly gets the point across. Every single time I give that button a little tap, we get a fresh bit of animation. There's some motion blur going on and everything to smooth everything out by the looks of things, but the frame rate doesn't take a dive. But as you can see, as I move the camera around here, every single frame, let's speed it up now. That's not the frame rate taking a dive. That's not a train wreck. That's not whatever else people have said about it. This is actually really smooth gameplay. I have no idea what those other people are talking about. They either cannot tell what a frame rate is just by looking at it. They're not sensitive to it. They just assumed in handheld mode it took a dive or something. I don't know. Or they're just lying. I don't want to call them liars, but we're looking at the evidence. Like, we're looking. Try a different clip there. Gonna tap real loud on the key so you can hear it. Every single time I tap that key, there is a screen refresh. Do you see what I am talking about? So, yeah, I've absolutely no idea what these people are talking about when they claim there's a massive dive in the frame rate and it's a juddery mess. It's smooth. I had zero issues actually playing the game like this. I'm just going to let a bunch of handheld gameplay play out for you here and see what you guys think. See if you can spot any massive dips or juddering or sputtering and whatever other adjectives people use to try and describe handheld mode to me before I tried it for myself. Because I don't get what they're talking about. I don't know. Let me know down below your personal experience of handheld mode, but it feels fine to me. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't want to make you feel like I'm gaslighting you, but we can look at the footage. We can all look at the exact same footage. So yeah, I've sat down and had a deeper fiddle since I've recorded that little last section you had, and I mean, I got like 20 minutes of gameplay footage in handheld mode, and I scrubbed through random points in all of it. One of the clips I had was single player, so reasonably low demand, I suppose. So the other ones were multiplayer, and it didn't matter. They were all really, really consistent. Every single random spot I chose in any clip, in battle, in exploration, moving through the world, scene at camp, everything was exactly consistent to what we were just talking about as I was popping through frame by frame for you back there. I have no clue what these people are talking about. Are they just making shit up to try and get reactions in the comment section of people screaming at them? No, it's not. You're an idiot. That kind of thing. That's trying to start fights. Well, I don't understand what's going on here. How can someone be so unable to tell the difference between smooth frame rate and quote-unquote ruinously diving frame rates and unplayable, stammery, hitchy frame rate? Like, nothing I did caused that issue. Anywhere, at any point, at any time. I don't understand people. What I'm saying. Thanks for watching. I'm Blatty. We'll catch you next time. Thanks to patrons. I'm just going to let this run out.